and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about traveling and moving with Doordash. So one of the things that Doordash advertises quite often is that you can travel anywhere and you can also drive for Doordash. They don't lock you into a certain location. But there have been a lot of nuances, at least as of recently, that have not yet been addressed properly. So with that said, I want to go over everything you must know about traveling and moving with Doordash, what they tell you versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain and is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research, consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that I'm going to be going over is market to market, case by case, and what applies to me and my market and any market you may or may not move into may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. Can I dash in different cities if I travel or move? Yes! As long as DoorDash is available in a city, you can dash there. Since DoorDash serves thousands of cities, your ability to earn is not restricted to a small geographic area. Many dashers enjoy dashing and making money as they travel all over their country. The only limitation is that you cannot dash outside of the country where you reside. E.g., if you're a US-based dasher, you cannot dash in Canada. That also works vice versa. Nobody from outside of the country can move here and then just start if they've already had an account out there. And if they do, they would have to go through a bunch of hoops. I know that one driver ended up making a comment on one of my latest videos talking about something similar to this, that they actually had a rough experience with it, but they were able to sort it out. And it's actually very true that a lot of people are having a lot of fun traveling and dashing at the same time. It's actually kind of neat. How do I dash in a new location? If you are in a new area that is near your most recent location, you can immediately dash now or schedule a dash without making changes on your Dasher app. If, on the other hand, you want to dash in a completely new area that's not near your most recent dashing location, you can automatically update your dashing location right in the Dasher app. The quickest way, in my experience, is literally just going there, turning on the app, and just starting. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about having to email some tool upstairs or anything like that. Just hop on the app and do it. There was a time in the past where you could contact the DoorDash office in your area, but they don't have offices anymore, and they actually made it quite intuitive. So this is a good thing, in my opinion, that DoorDash has actually accomplished. To update your dashing location, open the Dasher app and tap on Dash Now. You'll see a pop-up confirming you would like to dash in your new location. Clicking OK will change your dashing location and allow you to start a dash. If Dash Now is not available, area is gray, you have two options. Wait until Dash Now is available in your area. When it becomes available, tap Dash Now to start your dash and click OK on the pop-up that asks if you want to switch your dashing location. Navigate to a different starting point where Dash Now is available, light pink and red zones. Click on Dash Now, click OK in the pop-up that asks if you want to switch your dashing location. Click OK in the pop-up that asks you if you want to switch your dashing location, which is literally one extra step on top of the system of dashing now. Now, I do have a few side notes that I would like to go over on this subject. Risk of deactivation. I know that they just said that yes, they do promote it, and yes, you absolutely could, but there is an innate risk of deactivation, and that would be ID verification and you actually logging into a place where you did not identify. Let's say you're traveling someplace and you're just checking out the zones. You just want to see what they look like. Are they gray? Are they crimson all the time? Is there just a few pink spots and gray otherwise? And you just want to look at it. right? You're not planning on dashing, you just want to look. That can actually lead to you getting deactivated. It's already happened. We just covered a story on that exact subject. Is there a chance that he was full of nonsense? Sure. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised regardless. So if you're not planning on dashing, don't go logging into the app for any reason. Move the app away from your muscle memory that you would use on your phone. Like if you're anything like me and the first thing you do when you pick up your phone is that you turn on all the apps, literally moved all of those apps away so that way you're not clicking on things you shouldn't be clicking on and triggering things in the DoorDash back office that would lead to an investigation of them saying, yeah, he didn't verify, so we're just gonna deactivate him. Not that you did anything wrong, but we don't know if it's you or not, so we're just gonna deactivate you. Uninstall, move it away from normal reach, and make sure if you're not planning on dashing, don't log into the app for any reason. Don't compromise your standards. If you find that you're gonna need to take bad orders in a certain area that you're traveling to just to make money in that area, then it's not a good area. Remember, location, location, location. Some areas are just not suited for gig work. Stick with your dollars to mile ratio. Stick with the lowest order standards. If it doesn't make sense to take the order, don't. Doesn't matter if you're driving your car or a rental car. Just don't compromise your standards. Moving. I have moved from New York to Florida. I have dashed in both of those places, and I even did a little bit in Maryland. They had no problem with me doing so. I didn't have to call anybody. I didn't have to do anything crazy. I just moved. But I would say, before you move into a different area, let's say I was in New York and I was planning on staying in New York. I would diversify there. But I knew I wasn't planning on staying in New York. But let's say you know you're not planning on staying where you live. You're planning on moving out of state. I would wait to diversify your income until you get to your new location. You don't want to diversify into apps that are location specific, like Grubhub or Veho or any app that requires a specific physical thing for you to actually be there, and then have to leave the area and suddenly that app is no longer viable to you. Once you have your DoorDash and UberEats account over there, then start trying out apps like Grubhub, then Veho, and all of that other good stuff. And only do that when you know you're gonna stay there too. If you're the kind of person that just wants to move around every other year or something like that, then it may not be the best idea for you. I think we got into this type of work so that way we wouldn't have to deal with nonsense like back offices and dealing with people behind closed doors and things like that. Don't put work before rest. Remember why you wanted to travel and vacation to begin with. It was so that way you could rest, so you could explore, or do whatever you wanted to do. Maybe you wanted to visit family or friends. Why would you go and do that and decide, oh, making money is more important? Or worse, having this sense of guilt for not working hard enough.
I'm not working hard enough. That's because you're always working. What? You'd work harder if you stopped working long enough to experience something worth working hard for. I'm working to survive. Exactly. You're working just hard enough to survive. I mean, obviously I want more than that. I want respect, good food, sex, love, a big house, trips and adventures, time with friends and family. Sure, but you're only motivated by those things to the extent that you enjoyed them in the past. I can't even remember the last time I really enjoyed myself. And you can't work hard if you have no memory of something similar to what you're working towards. I thought the point of working hard is to get things you've never had. No, it's to get new versions of experiences you've already had. But what if I never had those experiences? I don't have a childhood I want to relive or good old days to hark back to. And I don't have the money to buy a big house or take a vacation just to feel motivated. No, but you can make time to enjoy yourself. But that's the opposite of working hard. Yes, it is. But sometimes you have to take a day to live and act as if you were as successful as you wish you were. To see, hear, taste, smell, and feel a moment of joy that'll fuel you to put more effort into your work. But if I'm not working, all I can think of doing is sitting on the couch and playing video games. That's because the highest joy you know comes from things you can get whenever you want, like alcohol, drugs, games, and Netflix. Which is why you only work as hard as it takes to get those things. But if you go enjoy something you know you can only do rarely, you'll have something to work harder for. But I don't know what I enjoy. Of course you don't. That's the problem. You need to go and try things until you find your unique motivational kink. Something that gives you a feeling you won't accept going your whole life without experiencing again. So I'm not working hard enough because I've never experienced a sense of joy worth working any harder for. And since my imagination is limited to my memory, I can't imagine feeling any better than I've ever felt. But if I took some time to have some fun, experiment, and play, I'd run into an experience so potently positive that no obstacle or difficulty could stop me from getting to experience it again? Exactly.
Now, don't get me wrong. I am all for working hard and making money, but I am also for progress and having a healthier lifestyle. And yeah, I know, look who's talking, the guy with the double chin. And I am still working on myself mentally and emotionally as well. But that all starts with you being willing to just let go for a bit and recharge so you can go back and work even harder later. Or even find that new thing you've been wanting to do because DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub have just been grueling for you lately. And it's just routine for you at this point, which is why you wanted to go on vacation to begin with. So don't put work before rest. Maybe take some time, step back, and figure yourself out if you have to. Did I miss anything? Is there something else about traveling or moving with DoorDash that I have yet to cover in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that anybody and everybody knows anything and everything that they must know about moving with DoorDash and traveling with DoorDash, so that way we can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.